Hello my darlings, I hope you're all doing very well. I hope you're sitting comfortably, you are cozy and you have your snacks and your beverages at the ready. In today's video I'm going to be doing a follow-up video from my Blackdot Tattoo video that I posted a few days ago. For those of you that don't know, Blackdot Tattoo is a tattoo related business that's more in the tech side of the world. They've basically invented a robot slash device slash technology, whatever you'd like to call it, that does tattoos. They don't do super big tattoos and they seem to lean more towards the side of doing fine line realism, tiny micro tattoos. The tattoos that they do are very expensive. They promise that their tattoos can last a very long time, even though they are super high detailed and super tiny. And they seem to think that the way that this machine device thing does tattoos makes them exempt from how tattoos age and, you know, heal over time, which is quite hilarious to me. You know, I'd love to be this level of delulu, to be honest with you, but we can't all be blessed like that. So you may be wondering, why am I sitting here talking about Blackdot Tattoo again so quickly? Well, there's a few things that I want to rectify, and there's a few things I want to address, and there's a few things I just want to dunk on, I don't know. So a couple of days ago I got tagged in a Instagram story from someone that had a reply from Blackdot Tattoo on their comment on my Blackdot video, if that makes any sense. Yes, okay. Their comment was, I love how they use the work predictable as if they don't know machines malfunction. Have you seen the machines that do nail polish? I keep seeing those making mistakes, and so on, that kind of thing, right? And Blackdot replied to this saying, you're comparing us to nail polish automation. Why not robotic cardiac surgery? Would you tell your surgeon that they wouldn't use that device? I mean, normally when surgeons use robotic devices, should they ever malfunction, at least there's a room full of surgeons and medical team there in case something goes wrong, you know? And sure, there's probably people in the room with the Blackdot device, but are there any medically trained people within the room when this Blackdot device is being used? You know, should it go absolutely insane, Final Destination style? I don't think so. Is there a surgeon on scene? I don't think so, no. What surgeon is going to be in a tattoo studio just waiting just in case? Do you know what I'm saying? So I shared this onto my Instagram stories. I was kind of like, nah, not Blackdot trying to defend their crappy invention. And believe it or not, this was not the only comment. I had an inkling that this was not going to be the only comment throughout the whole of my comment section from Blackdot. And oh, lo and behold, I was so right. They replied to multiple comments, okay, multiple, over the span of over 3 hours. 3 hours. So from when I noticed this, I was reading through the comments and there was comments from like 2 hours ago, 10 minutes ago, 3 hours ago. I was like, are you actually kidding me right now? They've been sitting there reading through every single comment, trying to defend their business instead of, you know, minding their own business and trying to, you know, you do you boo kind of thing. They were on the high defensive. And to me, that is a huge red flag. You know, go and put more time into your business. If you're that confident and sure about it, go do that. But no, we're gonna, you know, be a 12-year-old girl and, you know, keyboard warrior all over a random YouTuber's video. So here's one prime example of what they are doing. So someone said, the founders of DeviantArt and Meowwolf. And Blackdot replied, they are friends of the company, both are good people. That was 2 hours ago from when I screenshot it. And then there's this situation, okay? They commented on it twice within a 2-hour radius. I'm not even joking. They said they are good friends of the company, both are good people. And then they comment again saying, they are friends of the company, they don't work for us, both are good people. Within, like, did you not see your previous comment? No, they probably didn't refresh. They were just going through comments again and again and again. Didn't even bother refreshing to see if they'd already replied to something. It just looks desperate, honey. You look desperate. So this is something that I want to address and take accountability for because I did mess up on one thing. And one thing only, okay? So the CEO is not Vince Kaljubek. That's who I reported as who was the CEO of all of this, and that's my bad. I got it wrong. There's a comment here saying Vince Kaljubek is not our CEO. He's the founding CEO of Meowwolf and a friend of the company. So it is completely my fault for not doing a hardcore research into all of this, and I will do in my defense. This is what I saw on the website. It said founding CEO, and then it says Meowwolf afterwards. I had no idea what Meowwolf was. I legit thought Meowwolf was something to do with this Blackdot business. But yes, I messed up. I fucked up on that one. Vince is not the CEO of Blackdot. I'm more than happy to rectify my mistake here. That being said, I kind of wish Vince was the CEO of this business, because it would actually make a bit more sense, because Vince's business, Meow Wolf, basically do a lot of art installations and experiences, and honestly they look really, really cool and really fun, and him being the CEO of a tattoo business would make a little bit more sense than the actual CEO of Blackdot. Like, the actual CEO of Blackdot is Joel Pennington. And Joel has zero experience within any art at all. His history is basically internet cybersecurity, wine, coffee. Internet cybersecurity, wine and coffee. Absolutely nothing to do with creativity or art or anything like that. There is no artsiness here. So I was kind of disappointed that Vince wasn't a CEO of Blackdot, because I would have been like, oh, you know, like, okay, that makes a little bit of sense, you know, like he likes art, he likes experiences, and Joel over here likes coffee and wine. So this just makes me even more angry at this whole situation, because it's just a man with money trying to infiltrate a business that he has no idea about. And that just makes it all a bit worse for me, to be honest with you. Okay, so now we're going to look at some of the comments they had left throughout the whole of my comment section. I've screenshotted quite a few, but I haven't got all of them. It was honestly getting a little bit infuriating reading all of these comments from this business trying to defend themselves. Okay, so there's another thing that I would like to address, and it's to do with this comment. It says 5k covers 2 people getting one of the Melancholy album covers. Right, okay, 2 people. That's still 2.5k for a small tattoo, and you also have to bully someone else into getting a tattoo with you that wants to spend 2.5k on a tiny tattoo. What kind of business plan is this? This is stupid. Are you serious? But yes, there was a few comments on my previous Blackdot video where people were saying, hang on a minute, that art is from a album cover. The artist that did that album cover is actually the artist that did this tattoo, like they're working together. So there was no like stolen art or anything yet anyway. Found this bit of information that says, as a longtime supporter of Smashing Pumpkins, working closely with John Craig, who is the person that made the art, to make his Melancholy collection available to millions of fans is a huge personal win for me. I now have the star nymph from the album's cover tattooed on my forearm. When I look into her perfectly executed eyes, I feel profound connection to the music that has helped me shape who I am today, said Joel Pennington, founder and CEO of Blackdot. It's incredibly exciting how Blackdot is redefining what's possible in tattoo, as well as making the act of tattooing itself more approachable. We'll get onto that in a moment, shall we? The more approachable thing, oh my. So yeah, that clears up that whole thing. And obviously now Joel has this wonderful, beautiful tattoo on show. I don't know if it's his only tattoo. I'm getting the vibe that it's his only tattoo. So again, going back to the whole his history of not being in the artsy style of things, and the fact that he's not visibly or heavily tattooed and trying to infiltrate the tattoo business, it just doesn't sit right with me, you know? So now we're going to look at some of the other comments they have left trying to defend their business. So there's this comment that says, it's completely wild that they think the only obstacle in the way of micro-realism tattoos is the talent of the artist. That's so deeply insulting. Instead of doing one Google search on the style to see why it was rare, they just assumed that it was because artists lacked the necessary skills. Incredible. I hate every part of this. Then Blackdot replied, we can do more than micro-realism if that's not your preferred style. Why are you trying to recruit customers? This person just said that they hate every bit of this. They're not going to change their mind with you being like, oh, by the way, we can do more than just, you know, micro-realism. The weird thing about this comment to me is the fact that they focus very heavily on the fact that they can do very high detailed tattoos. That was pretty much the whole MO on my previous Blackdot video. I highlighted the fact that they were very heavy on the fact that they can do very high detailed art or tattoos, and now they're like, oh, we can do something else. What? The biggest tattoo that they offer on their website at the moment is 6 inches by 2 inches, when in the grand scheme of things, That's a pretty small tattoo, if you ask me, in comparison to like sleeves or what have you. I mean, they have said they won't be doing sleeves, so that's fair. But the fact that their biggest tattoo is 6 inches by 2 is like crazy to me. And that tattoo is basically line work, fine line work. Oh, by the way, that tattoo is $9,000. Yeah, this tattoo is $9,000. Who has $9,000 for a tattoo that is 6 inches by 2 inches? I'm sorry, you could get 2 tattoo sleeves for $9,000. $9,000 for that simple line work tattoo done by a machine? Are you kidding me right now? $9,000. That's like, I know, someone's rent for a few months, or like bills, or like a holiday, or a car, or know your worth, honey. Come on, overcharged. Jeez. But it is sold out, so don't worry about it. You know, I know it's such a shame. I know you were all absolutely dying to go ahead and get that, weren't you? I know, I'm sorry to break your heart. Oh my God. I then come across this comment that says, we're always doing intricate work. So like, what is it? What do you want to be known for? Intricate work and micro-realism, or not? Like, you pick a lane and stay in it. What we're doing is establishing a licensing program that ensures that visual artists are paid royalties each time their art is used as a tattoo. We want to enable more artists to participate in the industry and for clients to have more choices. More choices would be going to a tattoo artist that offers custom drawn tattoos. There is many of them, thousands, millions of them. To say that that's not a thing is absurd to me, and it just shows that these people have absolutely no idea about how the tattoo industry works. Yes, of course, there are artists out there that only offer to do flash tattoos that are pre-drawn, but there are also a gazillion others that will do custom tattoos. For those of you that don't know, this is actually more for Blackdot. I know Blackdot are going to watch this, so by the way, what you can do is you can email tattoo artists and ask for a design. Say, oh, I don't know, I really like cheeseburgers, okay? And I want a cheeseburger hugging a Vivienne Westwood handbag. Guess what? The artist will draw that up for you. Yeah, and it's included in the cost of the tattoo and stuff. Like, they will charge you accordingly for that. And it won't be $9,000. I then come across this comment that made me go, oh my gosh, how did I not even think of this? Like, how did this not even cross my mind? So Blackdot are very, very heavy on that. We are going to help artists. We're going to commission them. We're going to pay them fairly. Their signature tattoo that has been done a few times on people is the Mona Lisa eyes. It's like a micro-realism tattoo of Mona Lisa's eyes, obviously. This comment made me go, oh my God. Did you deliberately choose the Mona Lisa because it is in public domain and you don't have to pay anyone? Seems counterintuitive to what you were saying about supporting artists. And I was just like, oh my God. So the creator of Mona Lisa died in 1519, and then it became public domain 100 years after that. So that means anybody can use it. So it's very convenient how Blackdot have decided to use this piece of art that anybody can use. You don't have to pay them for royalties. Kind of strange, that really, isn't it? Oh dear. So here's another thing that they were pretty pissed about, and it's the fact that I showed images of their test facility and not their studio. Kind of. So there's this comment that says the images shown by this YouTuber are from our R&D facility. She lifted content from our origin storybook and portrayed them as current state. And then there's this comment that says that tattoo is from the summer of 2019. It was our first tattoo on a human using a prototype. We had been tattooing on pigskin for the year leading up to that. This YouTuber used photos from our backstory book, Blackdot, The Road to the Tattoo Revolution. The intent behind making that content available was to be transparent about how we got here. Unfortunate that those images are now being used in a way that signals the current state of the tech and studio. Okay. They then say again in another comment, the images shown by this YouTuber are from our R&D facility. She lifted content from our origin storybook and portrayed them as being current state. Like, there is more comments like this, but you get the point. They were kind of pissed about the fact that I'd done this, okay? But I had shown in the beginning of the video and a screenshot of the actual Blackdot studio. So I don't understand why you're so pissed, because I'd shown what it looked like now. I'm going to show you a couple of clips from a TikTok of someone getting a tattoo by this Blackdot tattoo machine robot situation.
Alright, y'all, come with me to get tattooed by a robot, aka the world's first automatic tattoo device. The whole process from start to finish took about 7 hours. A lot of that was doing testing and stuff since this is a newer concept. Pain measurement on the tattoo device versus regular tattoos, it actually hurt much less.
Yes, I did show what it looked like when it was being tested, and I was like, oh, that looks like cold and clinical. So please tell me how, with these images you see right here, how this is any better than being tattooed by a person that's having a quiet day. To me, this looks clinical. It looks like you're going to a doctor's office and having an exam of some sort, okay? But what it looks like now is still cold and clinical. There is no improvements. I'm here to prove this. So I found this video on the Blackdot YouTube channel. It says, on December 19th, 2023, we had the privilege of tattooing Kevin Rose at our Blackdot studio in Austin. That is their Blackdot studio in Austin, is not, right? We've read that, confirmed. The environment of the TikTok vlog that I showed in my previous video about Blackdot looks exactly the same as this video.
It just seemed like such a natural fit, sort of man and machine in a way. It's just really a big passion of mine artistically. And
so that to me means that that is their Blackdot tattoo studio. I showed that in my video. But to be honest, whether it is in a testing facility or in their studio, it still looks cold, clinical and medical to me. I don't care where it is, the whole situation, no matter what room it's in or what device is being used, whether it's the testing or what they're using now, okay, it still looks terrible. There's also this article from TMZ of all places where it shows the whole Blackdot tattoo process being done.
Cybernetic polyalloy liquid metal. It's gonna be hot, but you know. Don't steal my kidney. Pull my arm out, it's like Terminator 2.
The noises. Are you kidding me? Right now, the noises, again, the environment, it all seems very cold and clinical, like you're going for some kind of medical exam by some kind of robot, you know? And again, it's the same kind of environment as previous things I've just shown you. There is a media kit at the bottom of the Blackdot website that you can just go and have a look at. And I believe this is obviously for journalists or people that are going to write about or talk about this whole business. A part of this media kit is albums full of photos to do with this business. They have one that is called Studio and Device. And as you can see here, there is quite a few pictures of the studio and the device. And a lot of people have highlighted the fact that you get strapped down. As you can see there, you are strapped down. That does not look like something you can just get yourself out of very quickly. To me, it's a hazard, but what do I know? Here is another picture of the device. Again, looks like medical equipment if you ask me. Doesn't look very tattoo-y. Honestly, this photo gives me maternity vibes. Like, honestly, it looks like the person laying on the bed is about to give birth, and then you've got like the proud father sitting next to them, and then the midwife being all like, oh, how's everything going? Yeah, the scans are looking very good. I don't know how giving birth works, to be honest with you. I've never done it. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just far, far, far removed from the tattoo industry. This is not what the tattoo industry is about. And sure, Blackdot probably want to set themselves apart from the tattoo industry. I get that, but this is too close to the medical field. You've gone far too far the other way. The tattoo industry does try and stay away from everything feeling super medical, even though they're dealing with very serious stuff. Again, they're dealing with cross-contamination, bloodborne pathogens, other people's bodily fluids. But they try to add a little bit of personality and pizzazz into their tattoo studios because it's about the art at the end of the day. Sure, they want to be safe and clean and everything, but hey, who the hell wants to walk into a room full of white walls and nothingness? So even though I did show what the studio looked like by showing the TikTok vlog, me showing what it actually looks like in higher detail, I don't think this helps your case, to be honest with you. I think you should have just kept your mouth shut. I think the only funky thing they have is the coloured lights. Woo. The room basically looks like a 13-year-old boy's room, but whatever. Tattooing is an experience. It's about the atmosphere and human connection. It's a handcraft, not for a machine. For you, it might be. There are plenty of people that are open to something new and different. No, I'm personally not, okay? And I know for a fact that I'm definitely not the target audience for Blackdot. They're definitely going to go after those that are either super into tech or that are not really fussed about the whole tattooing experience and supporting artists. The people that want to make rich people richer, they're after those people, not the actual tattoo collectors and tattoo enthusiasts that would much rather line the pockets of artists who actually care about their industry than the rich dudes that are trying to profit off of stuff they have absolutely no idea about. The comments being turned off on so many of their posts says enough. I left a comment on one of their posts criticising the concept and the disrespectful way they address tattoo artists like myself and was promptly blocked. Shame they can't block my mouth. I bet they wish they could. So they've blocked me on Instagram. I went to get a screenshot from their Instagram page and I discovered this, and this isn't an error, this isn't my internet being weird or anything, because I have another account that is like a dead account, just in case anything like this does happen when I'm making content and I do get blocked. I've never actually had to use that account before until today, and yeah, they blocked me. It's so funny. And then Blackdot says, we have zero tolerance for people that are disrespectful and rude. We're not along in taking that position. What's funny to me is the fact that they don't tolerate rudeness or whatever. Basically anyone criticizing what they do. So they'll shut people down, but they're more than happy to talk bullcrap all over someone else's video. Like, if you have to turn your comments off, that means that they are getting inundated with comments saying this is a bad idea. Wouldn't that make your flags fly up and be like, hang on a second, there's a lot of people saying this is a bad idea, maybe we should listen and stop spending money? Like, defending this business until it crashes and burns is such a bad business move. I mean, I don't know much about business at all. I mean, I watch Shark Tank. It's a great show. But no, seriously, if I knew that loads of people are saying no, this is a bad idea, I would probably just end it. So like I mentioned, quite a few people have had concerns about the fact that you do get strapped down, and Blackdot spoke about this in this comment. It says, bio brakes are fully supported, the straps just help with positioning, there isn't much tension, we're not offering self-serve ice cream, there is a full team supporting the client and the tattoo session. Also, the photos you saw were not of our retail studio, they are of our test lab. Again, we've already been through that. I showed the TikTok vlog of someone being at your studio. But whatever, to be strapped down like that and you can't move while being tattooed is a huge red flag to me. Because imagine if someone is chronically unwell, okay? Like, I'm someone that deals with chronic illness all day, every day. I sympathize with people that have a lot of tummy issues, and say someone has IBS or whatever that makes you need to go to the toilet immediately. How do you deal with that? You know, like, if you were with a tattoo artist and they're tattooing you and you say, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I have to go to the bathroom right now, they would immediately stop and say, okay, let me just quickly wrap you or whatever so you can go. With the Blackdot machine thing, you have to wait for the machine to stop doing whatever it's doing. You have to move the machine out of the way. You then have to unstrap yourself, and then you have to have someone come over and like clean you and what have you so you can go to the bathroom. Like, that whole process is not friendly for those that have chronic illnesses, or for whatever reason someone has to move, okay? If you have to sneeze, have a coughing fit, I don't know. Whether the straps are tight or not, it doesn't matter. You cannot move from that whole situation as quickly as you could with an actual tattoo artist with a tattoo machine. Reason 5,672 as to why this is a terrible idea. I'd rather be told no by a tattoo artist or come up with a compromise and have a good looking tattoo in 10 years time than have a robot give me one and it looks like poo in 10 years. We engineer our tattoos for longevity. We only tattoo designs that can hold up over time. I mean, again, like I said in my previous video, there is nothing or nobody that can stop the way tattoos and skin ages, no matter what or who you are, whether you are a professional tattoo artist or a robot thing, okay? You can't stop the way the skin behaves. An old tattoo is gonna look like an old tattoo no matter what. I have 0 tattoos, no planning on having one either. I'm just here for fun, basically. Even I know that such small tattoos will become blobs in 2 months or so. I'm screaming with you at this point. And then Blackdot replies saying, "You don't know how we tattoo." Hence, you're speculating. One of our clients got the Mona Lisa test tattoo 9 months ago and it looks absolutely stunning. We have 5 years of research on dot evolution across different skin types. We engineer our tattoos for longevity. Your 2 months or so comment is factually incorrect. I'm sorry, but flexing a 9-month-old tattoo is nothing compared to the duration that this person could possibly have the tattoo. Say someone got a black dot tattoo at 21 years old. When they turn 51, that's 30 years, okay? Do you have something that proves that this tattoo is going to last them until they're 51? Like 9 months in comparison to 30 years is absolutely nothing. Oh my god, how are they this dense? I don't understand. I just don't understand. Like, there's so many people being like, this ain't gonna age well. You need to really like check your facts. And they're just like, well, we have one that's 9 months old that looks okay. 9 months, honey. There's nothing. They then go on to address the Hello World tattoo that I showed in my video that was tiny. This incredibly tiny Hello World tattoo. I said, no guarantees that Hello World tattoo will hold up either. So they know that this tiny Hello World tattoo won't hold up well, but the Mona Lisa one, that's just a little bit bigger, that's gonna be fine. Honey, really? That's because it was an early test tattoo and we didn't engineer it for longevity. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you put unicorn spunk on it to make it last longer. It's not gonna last longer, okay? It's not. It's a tattoo on skin. One of our engineers wanted it on his calf and I thought it would be fun to make it crazy small. It's a meaningful tattoo for him no matter how it turns out in the future. It's weird that they can address the fact that this tiny Hello World tattoo might not, hold up, but their signature Mona Lisa tattoo, don't come for that. We're not all promoting the idea of replacing tattoo artists. That's a false narrative from the YouTuber that posted this. Well, honestly, I take it all back, to be honest. I know for a fact you will not be replacing tattoo artists because I'll give this business, what? Let's be generous, I say 2 years. They're going to spend as much money as they most possibly can to get this off the ground and realise that it's crashing and burning and then they just disappear. I know for a fact that you will never replace a tattoo artist because you cannot beat the originals when it comes to stuff like this. The industry is big enough for Blackdot to have her own lane. I mean, your lane is tiny and it will disappear soon. We're excited about what this kind of tech unlocks by way of art and expression as well. What do you know about art and expression, honey? You're a bunch of plain looking dudes. Like, you've got no idea. There's no flavour, okay? You're like original crisps while the tattoo artists are out there being sweet Thai chili. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, I like tattoos. So I decided to come for y'all's job. And then Blackdot said rather, so I decided to give tattoo artists the ability to scale in an industry with a low ceiling. And then they said in another comment, spot on, there's room for innovation, for new possibilities. It doesn't have to come at the expense of replacing tattoo artists. That's a position that comes out of fear, insecurity, and or not being fully aware as to what we are doing. Imagine saying that tattoo artists are insecure. Can't. Oh my god, this is too much. People being angry at this business is not coming from insecurity or fear, it's coming from what the actual hell are you doing? Like, this is dumb, stop it, save your money. And this is where the comments just get silly and stupid. And this is again coming from the business page of Blackdot. This is a business, it's meant to be a professional organization, okay? So someone commented about the fact that they had these tattoo collectors that had only like one tattoo on show. Okay, imagine this, you get a couple of guys with just one tattoo on show, call them tattoo collectors, and get them to talk about the tattoo industry. And Blackdot was just like, they have 20 plus tattoos between the two of them, so that's like what, 10 tattoos each or whatever. I mean, I saw one. Again, like I was saying, to have more weight behind this whole business, you would have recruited those that are very heavily into the tattoo scene. That would have had more weight behind it instead of two guys that had one tattoo on show. And 20 tattoos between two tattoo collectors is not that much. I replied saying, okay, I have double that myself, now what? These comments you're leaving are embarrassing. But it's true, like, Even if we disregard the many red flags, the only thing that distracts me from the pain of getting tattooed is talking to the artist. The idea of being in a clinical setting and having my arms strapped down for hours while I get stabbed by a robot sounds like an actual nightmare. Blackdot then replied, most of our clients fall asleep while getting tattooed. No reports of nightmares either. That's good to know. That's good to know. Jesus Christ. This makes getting a tattoo like having a dentist appointment. For me, it would kill the experience and I couldn't enjoy such a piece. It would feel dead, which I fully agree with. Blackdot replies, the compliments and conversations you would get from your Blackdot tattoo might pull you out of the funk. At least that's what our clients are telling us. Stop it. Like, at this point, it's just desperation. Are they also implying that some of their clients were a bit funky about the whole situation, and then they got the tattoo, and then those clients were like, oh, maybe it's not that bad, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into this a bit too much, but... And then this one is like the final straw for me. Someone said, what you said of it being a printer got me thinking. Further down the line, when they perfect it, it will just turn into a thievery machine. What's to stop it from being other artists' custom pieces and literally copying and pasting it onto someone's skin? Blackdot then respond with, the Blackdot device doesn't support Command C and Command V, which is copy and paste for those that don't know. I wish I was joking. I literally wish I was joking. I just cannot believe a business that wants to be taken seriously and, you know, have some respect thrown its way, and a business that wants people to, you know, give it a chance is acting out like this. Like, are you kidding me? This is not how you get people to like your business. Just an FYI. I'm honestly just flabbergasted about this whole thing and how defensive they are. Like I was saying before, you should just stay in your lane, focus on your business, and let your business do the talking. If you have to defend your business like this, surely that isn't a red flag. No, like, you shouldn't have to be doing this. I don't think I've ever seen any business act this way in my whole entire life, and there has been many of companies and businesses that have been through, you know, scandals and cancellations and what have you that have never behaved like this. They normally just keep quiet and then maybe put out one statement. I don't know. It's like, like they said, this YouTuber, like, I'm just a YouTuber. It's not that serious. You know, I don't get it. I don't understand. But hey, I look forward to reading the comments that they leave on this video if they do. If not, I'm gonna be kind of sad. I've pre-bought popcorn. So I'm joking. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. If anything else happens, I'll be sure to keep you updated. I am very intrigued to see how Blackdot as a business moves on in the future. You know, does this actually kick off? Yeah, I don't see any reason as to why anyone should take part in this personally. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like instead of giving a business and a company $9,000 for a tattoo, you're probably best off going to a tattoo artist and, you know, getting your whole body tattooed for $9,000. So there's that. That's all I have to say. I'm done. I'm over it. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, day, afternoon, whatever time it is you're watching this. I don't know. And until my next one, bye.